Hello?
Hello.
You guys have any questions on anything?
To be honest, not really.
I'm all good.
Okay.
Other than, is my character approved?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you follow the rules, I trust you. I'm not gonna, like, double check bullshit.
Yeah, I have a 162 in intelligence.
That's fine.
I didn't get the best rolls.
Oh,
I didn't wanna do average, because I didn't wanna have average stats. I just took the 2 OP stats and then the rest would count. To be honest, I'm usually the forever DM. It's been a while since I've played an actual D&D campaign.
We have, Cobalt Press, magic if you want to use that shit too.
it was far too overwhelming. I just stuck with what I knew.
Take a look at Wheeler's Ward. Very useful for a low-level wizard.
Could have invested more into charisma. A -2. I'm gonna use intimidation, but that seems like would be getting really bad rolls. So originally do a Warforge, but I didn't know your stance on that. I think it's that race or not.
Yeah, you could do that if you wanted to be.
Oh my. I could do a Minimax Warforged. I don't know. Honestly, what I could have done. I could have done a Warforged with up to 21 armor class. Could have done a little bit of Cleric. Level 2 Cleric as well. Level 2 Barbarian, level 2 Cleric. Field of Faith. 23 armor class. That would have been good. I don't want to do that too.
DM, if you get a free moment, do you mind changing my token to the cool new picture?
Yeah.
You know, it just occurred to me. We're staying at this bar. It probably smells really bad with all the dead bodies there.
Oh, it smells horrible.
My question is, when will I be introduced?
When will you be introduced?
Yes.
Basically, once we begin the game, I'm just waiting on...
Yeah, I'm used to introduced until half the session in.
Well, where we left off, everyone was at a bar called the Gutter, so it's a very easy way to like introduce the thing. And I don't like making people wait like 10 years to fucking join in the game.
I get you.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Alright, how's it going?
It's good. Sorry, I got the time zones mixed up.
And I'm trying to think is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm just gonna give this other guy 5 more minutes and then we'll start. James and Uber, both of you guys aren't locals, right? You guys are just people that got sucked into the mist.
Yeah, I got sucked into the mist.
Yeah, I'm
I've seen
from-
the backstory.
From Cormier. Worked as a guard at a like a shadow crossing. So probably got taken in at some point there.
Okay, I don't think the other guys is coming. Do you guys see your tokens in the bar?
Yes.
Yep.
I assume a token.
Okay. We will start with James. We will tell us about your character before he was or she got stuck into the mist.
So Aimhost is a officer in the military of Cormier. which is a civilization somewhat southeasterly of the main Sword Coast that you would imagine, like Baldur's Gate, Waterdeep, that kind of thing. That is where like Purple Dragon Knights are from. She is a war wizard, a trained military tactician, and a kind of a brainiac of sorts. What would you like to know about her? Like, what she was doing? Like, what,
Would your character know of Ravenloft, or would you think it's a fantasy story? Being a wizard, you probably not. I'm not sure. What
I would
your
say
character
that
thinks.
she knows of, like, the Shadowfell and the Plains of Dread and, you know, all that, like, this kind of weird in-between. I mean, her specific duty is to guard a portal, or they're called shadow crossings, that are like the breach or in between of the material plane and the Shadowfell. This particular one's called the Dusklord's Passage, and so she was probably on guard duty there, and found herself somewhere nearby here, and came walking into this bar fresh off the boat.
You get engulfed during one of your guard nights by the mist. When you awake, you're kind of lost in the woods. You're chased by undead zombies. You manage to get away, where you do finally end up in this bar with peculiar looking characters surrounded by corpses towards the entrance. Uber, tell us about your character.
Alright. My character, his name's Uzmer. He's from Chult, which is closer to the Sword Coast. He fought in the arena there for most of his life. And, didn't really have a job. Just works in the arena, killing things. I don't really have a backstory yet.
That's okay. Was your character a slave, or he just worked there willingly?
He was originally a slave, but he worked out some privileges of slave owners.
And was the fights to the death?
The death.
You said yes?
Yes.
After a battle, as you are cheered from the crowd, you are surrounded by mist that engulfs you. The sounds are distorted, and then you are blinded by it. You're just surrounded by misty white fog. And then you find yourself in the middle of a dark forest. And kind of the same with the other person, Amahast. You run into some undead zombies. You run into some weird creatures chasing you, but you manage to make it to this large city, into this bar called The Gutter. Both of you are in distance to hear the other characters talking about how they seem to be new here too, figuring out what's what, where they're from. You hear one of them is from Waterdeep. Yeah, we can begin here.
Waterdeep is... Hello? Where am I?
Well, that's a question a lot of us have been asking.
Are you the one from Waterdeep?
I don't think so.
Well,
Yeah. It might be the Dragonborn, but he's not here today.
I see. Well, I am quite lost.
Join the party.
Well, I guess I'll have a seat. This seems like a place of, and she'll like look around the corner. Repute?
It's safe enough, and that's what matters.
Might I ask what happened to all those people or things?
They were dead when we got here, so you'd have to ask the bartender.
Ah, I see. Well, may I sit next to you?
Sure, be my guest.
You see a pretty Amazonian-looking woman come up to you with white hair. She wears a mask that is covered in fang. She leans in close to you and says, what can I get you to drink?
Do you have any, water?
Unfortunately, Shug, that's something we don't have around here. All the water's poisoned lately.
Well, what isn't poisoned?
You got your choice of strong stuff or beer.
Beer, I guess. Where exactly? What is the name of this city?
Well, right now you're in the place called Akun, but this whole land is called Darkon.
See.
Are you familiar with Ravenloft, Shug?
No, I appear to be a new arrival. You know, all those nasty things in the woods? Undead, whatnot?
Yeah, that's the curse of this land. Anything that dies, instantly comes back as the undead. We used to have a wizard king that was in control of all the undead, but he disappeared. So ever since his disappearance, the undead kind of have no master, so they've been just kind of attacking the city. So now we just been burning our bodies, or at least bashing the heads in, so they don't come back.
Seems like quite the issue.
She looks at Usmer. Is that how you say it, Usmer?
You say it, Uzmer.
Usmer? She looks towards you and she says, "Can I get you anything, shy boy?"
Walks up to her. He says, "The strongest ale you have."
Alright. She pours a tall glass of brown liquid that looks like it has some bits and pieces in it, but it smells strong as shit. It smells flammable.
Drink it.
Make a con save.
Con save. Oh, con saves. Stupid con save. Let's roll a d20. I'll let my modifier. I can't. Right, I think I lost.
You kind of get a little sick from the swig. You kind of dry heave a little bit. She laughs at you a little.
Excuse me.
Crash raises a hand and says, "Hey, if you got any of that poisoned water lying around, I'll take that if you don't mind."
You want the poison water?
Yep. That's something I
Oh,
want to test.
okay. She goes to the back. Comes back with a pouch. She pours it into a glass. The water is green tinted.
Crash just reaches out, holds one hand over the glass, and casts this.
You cast the spell, but to no effect does it heal the water. Or any change happens.
Well, that's disappointing.
Quite interesting, no? I would have thought that would work.
Same. That's why I wanted to try.
Do you think I could see that water?
Be my guest. And Crash just passes it over.
Could I, start investigating this water to see if there is anything, like, arcane or, magical
Yeah.
about it?
Yeah,
Anything?
Yeah, you can do investigation. Or arcane. Upon inspecting it closer, this water has been tainted by some kind of magic, but something you've never seen before, but it's basically just poisoning the waters everywhere. In the school that you think it's coming from is possibly necromancy.
A strong necromantic and honestly quite evil magic is coming from this. Hold on a second. I'm going to put it on the counter and I want to check my water skin. Is my water pure still?
The water that you brought with you?
Yes.
Yes.
At the very least, have this. Do you need some?
Oh no, I'm fine. A little sick of drinking beer, but otherwise fine.
Aimhast. And she sticks a hand out to you.
Crash! He takes it and shakes her hand.
Pleasure.
Likewise.
Is this a band of merry hooligans working their way through this place?
More like a bunch of people who woke up in a cave together and decided it was better to stick around each other than go our separate ways.
Well, I mean, cave might be a bit better than the forest that I found myself in, but would you be willing to have another tag along?
I'm fine with it. The more the merrier.
You see a man from the entrance of the gutter, wearing what looks like a tuxedo and a fancy mask with bunny ears on it, and he skips towards Raph. He says, "Hello, boy!"
Oh, sir.
He hands you a dark green envelope. He says, "You and the newcomers have all been invited to the grand ball tonight."
Oh, excellent. Thank you very much. What time does it start at?
It starts when, let's see, hold on, let me check. And he runs around. I would say it starts right as it turns dark.
And can I ask who you are, sir?
Me? I'm just a servant.
Oh, you're dressed rather extravagantly for a servant.
This is how we dress for the Baron.
Oh, well, at least she keeps you all in style. That's got to be a bonus for working for her.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, please don't disappoint her. She wouldn't like it if you didn't show. He skips away. Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
I'm gonna turn to the newcomers. How do you all feel about attending a rather high-end ball?
Well, I mean, it does sound lovely, but that man was unnerving.
Oh, yes. Well, there's the other part of the whole going to the ball thing. The Countess or her sister might be responsible for murdering people every time she throws a ball, and we're secretly trying to stop her, or at least find out who the true culprit is.
Well, we can't be having that, now can we?
No, we can't allow murderers to go around. Unless those murderers are us, of course.
So the group informs you what kind of some basics are what's going on. The king was a wizard. He's missing. Ever since he went missing, the land kind of shattered into 4 pieces, and the mist has kind of thickened a little bit and makes whole villages and cities disappear, and sometimes creatures pop out of it. People die randomly in their dreams. It's called the drowning dream or drowning nightmare. People have a dream of drowning lately, and they literally will die in their sleep. And water, it will have the same effects of water coming out of them and everything. The Baroness is a lady that is in charge of this area. She is never seen. She always wears a mask. Last time when the party spied on her, all they witnessed was a floating glass of wine being drinking by something. She also has a cousin, which is well known for poisoning everyone in her family and her lovers, and yeah, just for fun, basically. I would say I think that's it. Did I leave anything out? Yeah. And I think you guys were planning to break into the party originally, or one of you guys were gonna turn into the servant, but I think you left.
Yeah, the Dragonborn and I were gonna accompany Raph while the other guy snuck in through the servant's entrance.
Okay. So how do you guys want to do this now? Do you want to go? Do you still want to have some people sneak in, or are you all gonna go together as the guests?
Is there
myself as a guest.
What'd you say?
I volunteer myself as a guest. That's what I said.
Your mic is a little bit crackly. Like,
I volunteer myself as a guest.
Okay. Yeah, it's up to you guys. You can either try to sneak in. Some were going to disguise themselves as servants. I don't know if that plan is still going to, be well. You guys all just come in as guests.
I don't think Cash would be very good at sneaking in, so I'll be a guest as well.
I see no reason addressing this in more of a head-on manner.
oh, there was one more thing about the Countess. She likes to be impressed by foreign or extravagant fashions. So if you guys are going to walk in as guests, you might want to buy some extravagant ball-type clothes.
From Schult. They have really fancy clothes.
Well, sadly, I didn't bring my ball gown with me when I got sucked into the Shadowfell. Is there a store around here I could buy something?
We could take you to the same clothier we went to.
That would be perfect.
So you get, so do you all get fitted for fancy outfits, or just, are you coming as how you are?
I'm just
I'll
gonna
go get a
range
fancy
them.
outfit.
And you said you were gonna come as you are, Usmar?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, and you get fitted for a fancy dress. Do you guys do anything else before you, go to the ball?
I don't think Crash has anything he has to do, so no here.
And no here either. We already talked to the noble who wanted revenge for her daughter, so.
How long have you all been here?
About a day, maybe? Day and a half?
And do you know of anyone else who was brought here, or?
So far, it's just us.
And no clue as to how to get back to where we're from?
Absolutely none.
It seems like the rumor is the only person who's ever escaped is the king, but it doesn't seem like that's a definite thing. He might have just died.
Well, I guess we'll have to figure out what happened to that king.
Yes, but first we have a small matter, the serial killer, to deal with.
Yes.
Also, are any of you carrying pouches or bags on you?
I have a belt with components inside of it.
I have a backpack.
It's in
Oh.
a small backpack.
Oh boy,
Oh, that's
be
bad.
careful opening that.
The bag man might get you.
What do you mean, bagman?
He's
When-
a monster that randomly pops out and kills you and sucks you into the bag.
Okay, how do we
Sounds-
avoid such a fate and also have our things convenient inside of a bag?
The chest also, so we can put it all on the chest.
Okay, but how do I get it out of the bag to begin with?
I don't know.
Is cutting
No
open
idea.
the bag, would that work?
What they're talking about, bartender tells you that it is a child's fairy tale that the bagman pops out of any bag at any time he wants and takes, naughty people away.
Oh, well, I'm not a naughty person, so it's okay.
Do you guys see your tokens?
Yes, but I only see darkness. And
I see
void.
only my token in darkness.
Yeah, I
Okay.
see my token and someone else's floating in a sea of black.
I'm good.
Oh, there we go.
Do you have dark vision, James?
no, I do not.
Dark vision.
You said
I'm
you
a
have dark
filthy
vision?
human.
Yeah, I'm half orc. Got it.
Okay, do you guys
Oh.
see now?
Now I can see.
Yeah, now I can.
You arrive to this extravagant, fancy mansion. You are picked up to the entrance by horse carriage. They offer you a beverage on the way. It is a sweet nectar kind of drink mixed with, you think it's vodka. Then you are finally taken to the waiting room. If you are wearing coats, they take your coats. They say if you have weapons, we prefer you leave them in here, but we will not force you. But we will be watching you carefully.
Would I be permitted my walking staff? I have quite the limp.
You can have anything you want, just as long as you don't cause trouble.
Not in my wildest dreams.
And he opens the door, and you guys are give me 1 second.
I'm sorry, I don't think we've been introduced.
I don't know your character's name.
Raph.
Oh, you're talking to me? Sorry.
Yeah, I don't I don't know your character's name, so I can't talk to you.
If Crash and Raph wants to describe their characters real quick before we start, because I gotta change something anyway.
Go ahead, Crash.
Okay. Crash is a rather short, albino tabaxi. He's got red eyes, gray hair, and, well, right now he's wearing a fancy suit, but when Amhast met him, he would have been wearing half-plate armor and carrying a mace and a shield.
Cat in fancy suit.
Yes, a cat in a fancy suit.
I like the digs.
Thank you.
Wraith looks like a standard black-haired elven boy. Looks about 12 years old. Also wearing a fine black suit, mask for the ball, top hat, all that jazz party. Based on what you see, just looks like a standard elf. Nothing out of the ordinary.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you as well. So,
Please step out here. Join the ball. You see some people dancing. You see servants on the side holding trays of food and different types of beverages. Most of the people you see in here are wearing masks.
Oh, no.
Everyone looks at you guys the minute you enter and go, "Oh, foreigners."
Fuck, I hate when people stare at me.
One woman comes up to you, Rafi, and she pinches your cheek, and she goes, "Oh, such a cute little boy. I don't see many children around here. Where are your parents, little boy?"
unfortunately, I have no idea where they are. A little bit of a memory loss coming to this place. It's been a bit of a blur. But thank you for. Well, I'm happy to be at this party. It's a wonderful event. Nice to meet the nobility in the area.
You hear what sounds like a hard scream from a man coming from that room down there, and then what sounds like shrill laughter from women. But everyone else in the ball seems to ignore it.
Fine.
Is there? Oh, what?
Crash, Gosh, should we check that out? Oh, aren't we here to figure that out?
I suppose. Rafe, you good here? You gonna be fine?
Yeah, I'll mingle and talk to people, introduce myself.
All right, I'll try to get back quick as I can.
It was from here, right?
Yep, coming from this room. The doors are both, I guess you could say, guarded by two servants wearing the same clothing. And they said, "Yes, this is a private room. Are you guys of noble blood?"
Did you hear that?
Yes, this is the specialty room only for nobles.
Yeah, but it sounded like someone was hurt in there. Are they alright?
They're merely celebrating Ivana Boritzi's arrival. But only nobles are permitted beyond this point, otherwise she'll execute you. She doesn't want to see anything lower than a peasant.
Oh,
Looks like a lovely person.
I see. Slowly back away.
Are you of noble blood?
No.
Nope. Well,
You could
actually,
lie if you want, but yeah.
I'm not very good at lying.
Crash just doesn't give a shit.
Seems like that's a dead end.
Unfortunately.
As you are dancing in the ball, or if you're just standing on the wall, however what your character would be doing during this awkward party, you would hear most of the guests talk about, how many did you get last time? Oh, I killed about 3 or 4, and that dumb bitch that my neighbor's dog. Yes. Yes. And it seems like they all are talking about how many people they killed the last party.
Oh, no.
Are we sure we want to be here?
I am having my doubts as well, but
A little bit loudly so they can overhear, I say, Crash, didn't we kill about 7 or 8 yesterday between us?
yeah, that sounds about right.
Do a deception or a performance.
Oh no, I got a -2. Please. No. It's a 5 for me.
When they overhear you, they they're not sure, whether to believe it or not. Some do, some don't. As you guys are trying to do this, you see a tall, lanky figure in the shape of a woman come down the stairs wearing all black and a nice mask. Very ornate in black diamonds and wispy white silver hair flowing from the back. Everyone bows. Courtly?
Nod my head respectfully.
Best
And
court guy.
Crash
one
is
of
a
the
short bow of his own.
One of
Bow
the
as good as a
servants yell
barbarian
says,
can.
"The Baron!"
It be Baroness.
The servant goes up to the Baroness, and he goes, "Excuse me, there's a flint ball on the back of your dress. Let me get that for you, ma'am." And she goes and turns to him, and she says, "And why didn't you tell me this sooner?" And he goes, I'm sorry, Baroness. I'm sorry." And then she basically takes her hand, and you see him just get crushed by force. His body just is smashed flat to the ground. It almost looks cartoonish. Fuck. And she spits on the ground and keeps walking. And she eyes you guys. Ah, foreigners. I love foreigners. The way you guys smell. Welcome. I love the confused looks on your faces when you enter this realm. Please, please, please help yourself to anything.
Thank you for your gracious invitation, Baroness. Good help is so hard to find these days, isn't it? And I'll just sort of nod a little bit towards the dead body.
Oh, are you of noble blood too?
Yes, I'm Rafe Ashbrook III. I'll put my little signet ring up so she can see it.
Ah, your family is well known.
Oh, I guess. Some distance from here, certainly, with the being sucked into this realm, but yeah, they are famous where they're from.
And how do you feel about the current problem with the peasants? Uprising after the king's disappearance? Do you have any solutions?
Unfortunately, I only arrived just yesterday, but peasants need to know their place. I think whatever you decide will be the correct course of action.
Oh, what we have done not only fun, but keeps them in line.
Oh, do tell, this sounds interesting.
You will see later. I must ask, though, in these times it's very hard to find allies since everyone wants the king's crown. Can I count on you to serve me?
If you ever need me, feel free to call on me, Baroness.
And your friends?
Oh, I'm sure if you're in need of help, they'll come along as well.
So you swear fealty to me?
Perhaps after I see what you have planned this evening, I'll swear fealty. For now, I'll only agree that I'll help if you call.
You kind of hear some people go, "Ah, she denied the Baroness. He denied the Baroness. Oh my god." She sighs. She goes, "Very well. I do want to hear later what you decide."
Well, I look forward to seeing your plans for the country.
Before she walks away, does anyone say anything to her, or?
Heck no, Crash is keeping his mouth shut.
Imhast has a pale green complexion, still eyeing the smushed body.
What was your guys' reactions when I was going along with everything she wanted?
Crash had a poker face.
extremely distracted.
You see a servant in the background go up to the flat body and start dumping what looks maybe like kerosene oil, lantern oil, and then he lights it on fire.
You would think that they would just do that outside.
Perhaps that's how they save on heating. Less firewood needed.
The fire codes must be atrocious.
Not the only thing I think is atrocious around here.
You hear more screams come from the room that you tried to enter before.
Are we sure we want to be here?
Well, I mean, this seems like the place to be.
I'm not sure.
Especially considering what we're looking for.
I'm not sure we have any chance. Did you see what she did to that man?
I did. I don't like that very much at all.
I think we're outclassed.
Well, we need to at least find out what they're doing before we can come up with a course of action.
Eating people!
Oh, I don't know if it's that bad.
Oh, hello! Baroness!
Hi. I would like you to meet my cousin. She is a beauty. Come to the noble room. It is a great honor.
Oh, I was told that she wouldn't want to see anyone of non-noble birth. I'm very peasant-like.
Oh, nonsense. You guys are all unique and exotic. You are not from Darkon. You are a treat for her. Come.
Trash, I don't want to be a treat.
Me either.
As you enter the room, you see a man throwing up violently green ooze, and his skin just kind of boiling and mutating. Everyone around the table is laughing and giggling. At the head of the table, you see what looks like a dark but beautiful, lovely woman sipping on a martini, and she has a cigarette in the other hand, but she looks unamused at this. Her attention turns to you all as you enter the room.
You said she was a baroness or a countess? I forget.
Her cousin?
Yeah.
Her cousin is basically the queen of another land in Ravenloft, and she's just visiting.
I walk up to her. I say,
Foreigners.
Majesty, I see tales of your beauty were most accurate.
You want to play a game?
What's the game?
She hands you her martini, and she says, "Drink this."
I think he's underage.
I'm only 12. Drinking alcohol would be most inappropriate.
Especially for an elf that's like 6 years old.
And I will hand the drink to my my Warforged friend.
He's a half-orc.
Oh, I thought you were a Warforged. I'm sorry. The armor looks like a robot from. I'm zoomed out.
I wanted to be a Warforged, but drink it.
You drink it? Do a Constitution save.
Ah, no. The 15. The 15 saved myself from the Constitution save.
Your vision gets doubled for a second, but you manage to maintain your concentration, and a bead of sweat comes down, but she goes, "Oh, you did not die. That is wonderful."
He shakes his head, just like, ugh. That
she
was
kinda-
something.
Well, I'm bored, and she starts to rudely shoo you guys away. I'm bored. Please leave.
I think that guy drank it.
Well, I'm not ashamed to admit that was terrifying.
Why did you drink it?
Yeah, why did you drink it? I thought you were gonna like pretend to drop it or trip or something.
Thirsty.
You are not a very smart man, are you?
Gather around. The festivities are about to begin.
Oh my. Is it hot in here?
You see the servant walk around with a tray of what looks like to be potion bottles. He is handing one to everyone. Do you take one?
I'll pass.
Take one.
I take one.
I'll take one.
He insists you take one.
What is it? You see, I'm on a diet.
He looks at you and says, "This is how we start the festivities."
I think
You're
that
getting-
we need a designated driver. I'll hang back from the festivities.
You see everyone else in the party start to look at you.
Don't be a party pooper. Just drink it.
Alright.
Drink.
I'll take it.
See,
take them.
smiles. We're all good. We're okay.
I'll drink
The-
it.
If you don't have to drink it right this second if you
Oh.
don't want to.
Alright.
It's everyone's just kind of holding it, like kind of raising it like a shot in the air right now.
Alright.
You see the Baroness get to the top of this group and begin to speak, and then she kind of like flinches and screams a little, like she just got a high migraine, and she goes, "Ah!" And she goes, "You finish the festivities. I must rest." And she runs up the stairs. And he goes, "Okay, everyone, you know the deal. Drink the potion. You will be invisible. Just kill the prettiest person you see."
What?
You see people start downing the potion and taking off their clothes as they turn invisible. and start disappearing and laughing. You see another servant come back with a tray full of weapons, knives, flails, different objects as they are being picked up. People running out of the front door, giggling and laughing towards the town.
I drink the potion too.
Crash drinks it as well.
You are invisible.
I guess I'll drink the potion.
You're invisible. Treat it as
So-
regular invisibility.
I'm just gonna whisper my friends. Now's a good time to explore this place.
That's exactly.
We should lock arms.
Do our clothes
Yeah,
become invisible as well, or?
Yes.
They just
I'd
got
really
naked
hope-
for fun, I guess.
I took off my clothes for nothing.
Alright, let's lock arms, let's go.
So you are invisible and you're trying to sneak around?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, everyone roll a stealth.
Oh no, I'm horrible at stealth. Actually, I'm not. The 14 for me.
Right now, nobody seems to notice you. You see the servant kind of stomping on the ashes and cleaning up the body that he burned. You see another servant kind of just standing here by the door up to the north.
Are these doors right here?
Yes.
All right, I'll try to open this one since it's the
Uh,
farthest.
So it's normal invisibility. So if you cast a spell, you get taken out of it.
Hold on, let me check.
Spell invisibility would work.
Actually, it's greater invisibility.
Okay.
Oh. that's
Uh,
nice.
So you drank a potion of greater invisibility. She basically, or the servant gave the instructions to go out and kill pretty people.
I
Mainly.
am. Is there like a vase or something on this table, or any like plants nearby, or something like that? I guess there's a fireplace here.
There's a centerpiece. There's a centerpiece on the with flowers on the table over there. Paintings around, a few statues. Here and there, sculptures on pedestals.
I am going to use one sorcery point and use subtle spell to make a mage hand by the centerpiece and kind of like push it over and then dispel it quickly to distract this person. Okay. I like gesture
Jeez.
for everyone. Quickly, quick. You know.
Yeah, I'll open the door or follow Crash in there once he makes a distraction.
Okay, as you run by, make a stealth check again.
Oh, would be at advantage. So 12.
11 for me.
Well, you have advantage because of
Advantage?
invisibility.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a 19.
I got a 12.
Right. We should be okay, at least for the time being.
Everyone's right.
I think so.
So
You hear some giggling coming from this room, and what sounds like something being cut.
I guess we should figure out what that is.
Probably.
They may be murdering someone.
More than likely.
Doing something else unsavory. Who wants to open the door?
Probably the most stealthy person.
I will hear. Do it. Out of rolls, he's an 18. But thankfully, thanks. Ooh. 18. Is that a stealthy door open?
You crack the door open, and you see what looks like a servant and one of the guests of the party, both mutilating a body that is on the ground, just skinning them, taking pieces out of them. The servant kind of laughing as he watches the woman just throw the intestines around.
Right?
Look fun.
This room is not for us.
No, I don't think it is.
Close the door and just leave them be.
Nope.
Okay, and just give me 1 second. Okay, this door that you come upon is locked, both of them, in front of you.
Should I try to break in?
I'm gonna try and kick it in.
I have
Kick in the door.
Is that?
I have lockpicks, so we don't make
Yeah.
so much noise.
Yeah, I don't think we should resort to
Yeah,
such things when we're
Yeah,
trying to be stealthy.
There's people right in the other room cutting up a body. I don't think we want them to let them know we're here.
Oh, fine.
Go ahead, Rafe.
You open the door. And roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there I go with my terrible initiative rolls again.
17.
Bro.
Did we think to grab our weapons before heading out, or
I never
Uh,
put my
ye-
weapons back.
Yeah, you didn't have to. You didn't have to give them their weapons. They said it was optional.
alright, Crash still love his mace then?
Who didn't roll?
I rolled. I got a 17, but I didn't have the modifier.
If you right-click its token, you should be able to add them in.
So, Amarest, you.
I think everything's fine. I don't see any enemies. I'm just gonna keep waiting for my friends to move forward. I mean, there wouldn't be any reason for me to, be aware of anything, Unless they made a noise or something.
Yeah, hold on. This poop is taking forever to load. I hate Roll20. Who stepped in first, Rafi?
I did.
So you would see it first. So when you step in on the ground, the first block that you step on just moves like it's made out of liquid or some kind of ink.
Ah, what the fuck is that? Crash just kind of like jumps in the air, probably lands over here. But no one can see that because he's invisible.
So do we
You-
see this?
You guys, well, if you go into the other room, you'll be able to see it.
Okay. Well, I don't. I guess I would move forward if my friends are all. For some reason, I don't have vision from my token. I've been running off of.
Where the party's been going.
Yeah. I've been running. I can see through Uzma's token for some reason.
It's weird.
Is this place completely dark? Like, is that what's going on? Or. There we go. Oh my. Is that like coming out of the wall?
It's coming out of the floor. So the floor is morphing and starting to melt and move.
She'll snap her fingers, and a bolt of fire will ignite from the end of her walking staff and fly towards it. Poof! 11. Will an 11 hit?
Hold on. So where the fuck did it go? An 11 is going to hit. Yes.
Okay. It ignites for 2 fire damage. Oh. Well, that's about all I got. Does it have blind sight?
It seems to.
Okay. Just need to make sure if I need an advantage or not. And that's the end of my turn.
Usmer?
Alright. Get into the room. I hop that? Could do that. Is that
Yeah.
a legal move? Smash it with my warhammer. Let's see what it is to hit. Right, that probably misses. That's a 9.
You said a 9?
9.
That hits?
Hits? Whoa. Yeah, I forgot the rage, but it doesn't matter. Ooh. Does 12 damage.
Okay, do you do anything else?
I can do rage as a bonus action. I may as well do that.
Okay.
Rage. That's my turn.
Okay, and make a intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw for me?
Yes.
Is Alright. That's an 11.
Okay, you take 4 psychic damage as it tries to get into your mind as you hear a high-pitched noise and your nose starts to bleed a little bit, but you resist it.
Hey.
From the south, you hear a door open. The servant is going to say, "Yay! More fun!" Actually, wait. Uzamar's, even if I hit him with greater invisibility, he's still invisible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greater
Okay,
invisibility, no matter what, it is activated.
Okay, so he does not have blind sight. So he's going to run into a room thinking, this will be at disadvantage, Crash. Does a 15 and a 19 hit you?
19 does, 15 doesn't.
Okay, so you only take 7 slashing as he wildly swings in the air and says, "I will find you!" The girl will follow behind him disadvantage. This will be towards Rafi. Okay. 1.
Both miss.
She tries to smell you out like a bloodhound. You see that she has fangs. Her fingernails grow sharper, and she tries to claw at you, but to no avail. Rafi.
Well, fighting with no clothes on makes me extra scared, so I take the disengage action, and as quietly as I can, I try to move over here 5 feet, and then I use.
You don't have to disengage when you're invisible, as long as they don't have blind sight.
Oh,
Yeah, only the ooze has blind sight, the people don't.
Yep. So
Oh,
they
okay.
can't take attacks of opportunity against creatures that they can't see.
Oh, okay. Then I just move over here, and then I will skitter the other 25 feet. Actually, you know what? If they have it that way, all right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'll take the attack first against the guy with the mask on.
Okay, and you will have advantage.
So I get 1 temporary hit point. He takes 9 necrotic, and then I take 5 feet to the left, and then 25 feet scamper up the wall as quietly as I can, and that's it for my turn.
Crash.
Yep. So this will be to the guy who just hit me.
That'll be an advantage, so that hits, yeah.
And as a bonus action, that will be to the ooze.
Okay, yep, roll damage.
And I can move without them hitting me, right?
Yes!
Well, I'm gonna move back about to here, I'd say.
How's this guy looking after those hits?
Which one?
The guy who just got attacked twice. 9
Servant
necrotic
boy?
and 7 blood. Yeah.
When you pay attention to him, this won't count as an action or anything. Do a perception roll.
Okay.
Or an investigation, whatever is better for you.
Probably investigation. Core investigation.
When you look at him, he doesn't seem to be in bad shape at all. You can see his mouth smiling, and his wounds are slowly regenerating.
Right, this guy seems to be a problem. I'm going to move back to right here, and I am going to gesture my staff outwards, and a viscous green ray will fill the room with a bright, like lime green light, and a arrow will stream forth and try to hit him. Advantage. Yes, Melf's acid arrow. 25 to hit.
Okay, that is a hit.
For 8 acid damage. And at the end of his turn, he takes an additional 7 damage.
Ouch. At the end, you said the end of his turn?
And end of his next turn, he takes an additional 7.
Okay.
Alright. What I want to do, I want to play whack-a-mole with this guy, bringing my warhammer down to his head. Just whack-a-mole. Do we have advantage?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Probably doesn't hit. A 14?
A 14 will hit.
Yay. Yay. Ah, that is so nice. That does 14 damage. And I would like to make a bonus action to frenzy attack. That's cool. Oh. Wait, I forgot how frenzy works.
You get a level of exhaustion, and you can make one additional weapon attack as a bonus action on your turn.
Cool.
You need to be raging, though, but I think you are, right?
I'm gonna try and do that again. Oh. 12. Is a 12 hit?
A 12 will hit.
Yay.
How much damage?
Let's see. That does 11 damage. Point of exhaustion for me. That'll end my turn.
So even though you're raging and you probably don't notice it since you are consumed in your anger, as he's regenerating, you're just beating the shit out of him too fast for him to heal completely as you do. And you said he takes 7 at the end of his turn?
Yes, at the end of his next turn.
At the end of his turn, okay.
I believe so.
The ooze is going to attempt to attack Usmer. Am I saying that right? Usmer?
Honestly, you can say it either way. It works.
At disadvantage, 6 and 12, does that hit you?
Neither of them hit.
Okay, the ooze tries to wrap itself around you, but you just kind of bitch slap it off your armor. The servant, he will attack you since you were the last person to hit him at disadvantage. Says a 7 and 11 hit.
Nope, neither of them hit.
You block his hits like nothing. She will run here.
I'm 25 feet up.
Okay. She sniffs around. You see her kind of just run into this wall thinking she's got something. She's like, I've got you! And she just fucking splits her face into the wall. And then you see this guy, the servant, just melt away as he takes the last 7 damage and dies.
Crash is trying his best to hold in his laughter after seeing a woman run into a wall.
How high up is the ceiling in this place?
I want to say you got at least 30 feet up because it's a fancy place.
Okay. I will scuttle up my full movement, so I'm actually on the ceiling, 30 feet up. And then I will try to finish off the ooze. Oh wait, I have 35 feet of movement, so 30 feet up, and then 1 step right on the ceiling. And then I'll shoot the ooze.
Okay, that is a hit.
Didn't add my modifier, sorry. So it's a 6.
6, okay. And it is dead.
And that's it for me.
Crashing.
Out of curiosity, can I do my bonus action before my action, or like can I use my spiritual weapon and then cast a spell?
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm going to move that over to her.
Okay, that's a hit.
And then Crash is going to point at her and cast...
When you ring your Toll of the Dead, you see the necrotic damage burn her, but it doesn't seem that effective against her. But you can roll damage. Okay. Yeah, you see she kind of just brushes off the necrotic damage like it's nothing.
I have the dark gift that ignores resistance to necrotic.
Ah, so she thinks, oh, this is just necrotic damage, and then she starts to scream in pain. And confusion.
That ends my turn.
Okay, I'm highest.
Firebolt. For 7 fire damage. And I'm going to move a bit further this way. Then my turn. That's all.
She screams in pain.
Would you shut up?
Okay. So that's. I'm gonna go over here. Is she on the ceiling, or is she hugging the wall?
She ran into the wall like a doofus.
Okay. I'm gonna hit her with my warhammer. Oh, that's a nat 20. Amazing.
How do you kill her?
Until it's just a puddle of ooze. That's how I kill her.
Did you do that to her face or her body?
Both.
Oh, okay. I guess we need to find another pretty one to take back.
So you made a bit of ruckus. From the south, you can hear what sounds like footsteps running your way. What do you do? Do you close the door where you're at?
Yeah, I close the door immediately. I'll hop down and close it.
Should probably move on this way, maybe? Either that or head west?
Agreed.
Everyone alive, by the way? Everyone still here?
I think so.
Yup.
Should I search this dead servant to see if he has any keys to this place?
That might be a good idea.
Yep. Do either perception or investigation. You find a set of skeleton keys.
As I found some, jingle them a little bit.
Well done.
Yeah, we kicked those crazy people's asses.
Are these doors?
Yes.
I think that first guy ruined my suit.
I'll check to see if it's locked.
It is locked.
I will try one of the skeleton keys, see if I can go through them till I get one that opens it.
I think skeleton keys just open all doors.
This place is huge.
You see a cold, empty, dusty room with chairs. Looks like this part of the house hasn't been used in a while.
It seems strange to have ooze guarding a doorway to nothing.
Maybe it was just a pet?
Possibly.
These people do seem like the type to keep an ooze as a pet. Oh, I know. Perhaps they use it to clean up the dead bodies.
Could be.
I'll try to open this door.
Crash is gonna shut this door back here.
In the middle, you see a statue of a woman holding a vase. She is naked, but her face is basically carved out like someone defaced the statue. So everything on the statue is immaculate except the face. You see a painting over here, very detailed. It seems to be of the Baroness, but the face is scratched out.
Someone's got image issues.
I'm going to take out my dagger and cut the painting free of the wood and then roll it up and take it with me.
Okay.
Is this painting also the same thing?
This one is a painting of the cousin that you saw earlier poisoning the man in the dining room.
Well, they worked fast.
You gonna take this one as well?
May as well.
Should we head upstairs? Strange to think that this place hasn't been used in a while, but that is of a recent event.
Upstairs seems like the place to go.
Yeah, hopefully we'll end up in an area that's unused and we can explore without being attacked again.
Alright, line yourselves up. Do you see tokens?
I do.
Okay, don't move yet. And if you guys don't mind, I'm just gonna smoke real quick. Just give me a 10-minute break. So if you guys have to piss or
Yeah.
shit or whatever, I'll be right back. So,
Alright.
10 minutes?
Are the two new players here?
Yeah. I think
Can you tell me your name one more time? I just want to make sure I get it right.
Usmer.
Usmar. Okay. And the other character was it? It's Amhost, right?
Yeah, it's Aimhost. Like Amy, Aimhost.
Okay, guys, there.
Hello.
I'm here.
As you walk up these stairs, to the top of the stairs, you see blood trickling down the steps. It looks like a pretty fresh body. You also notice these green emeralds that are on the columns as you pass by them.
Do they change color when we pass by or anything like that?
No, but they look very ornate.
Should I try to take a few, or do you guys think it's not worth the risk?
Risk. Money's everything.
Alright. Now, you want to help me?
Not.
I'll pull out a dagger and try to chisel one free.
Make a charisma saving throw. As you try to pull this dagger out, you feel something in your brain try to compel you to be attracted to this gem, but you manage to resist its charm.
I just look at everybody. Don't touch the gem. Don't go near the gem. It's got some sort of charm effect on it.
Good to know.
Do
Is this,
a wisdom saving throw as you walk away from it, Raffi. That is going to be... where the fuck is it? Yep, that's a pass. You feel overwhelming emotions of sadness, but you kind of just shake off the feeling because you know it's not yours, it's not natural feeling, but you are just being, like, your serotonin's being drained as you walk away from this emerald.
Yeah, we should definitely avoid any more obvious things like gems that could easily be taken. I think they might be trapped like this.
But don't tamper with the castle.
Is this a male or a female body?
It is a female body.
Do we recognize her from the party?
It's hard to recognize her because her face is mutilated. Out of everything else, it seems they really concentrate on the face. Kind of like the same MOs that you've been hearing about the serial killers been doing throughout town in the peasant parts.
Ooh. The Leatherface.
Like, did they cut the face off?
It's some this one in particular, sometimes they cut the face off, but most of the time they seem to mutilate it beyond recognition. Almost like the pictures in the statues.
I cast this on Crash.
Oh, thank you.
Who has the highest passive perception? Probably Crash. Crash, you kind of see from this door, footsteps or shadows kind of coming from under the door, back and forth. Not towards the door, but there's someone in this room, obviously.
Crash is going to creep over the door and press his ear up against it to see if he hears anything. What am I rolling for that?
Okay, roll a perception.
Ooh, that's bad.
I'll give you advantage since, you know, you're just listening through a door. It's... You hear a woman kind of, not crying, but whining. She goes, we're never gonna be beautiful. We are cursed forever, and it's all her fault. And you hear another person go, shh, she's gonna hear you, and then you'll die. She'll have you executed. I'm tired of this game. I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of killing the poor people that don't deserve this. You kind of hear this conversation back and forth. Basically, she's feeling empathy towards the murdered peasants. The other guy is telling her, you don't really have a choice since you're part of this family. You're bound to the Baroness. And then you hear what sounds like a... I'm sorry. You hear something that sounds like a smack. And she goes, oh!
Crash is quietly relaying this to everyone else.
Maybe we could go in and recruit her to our cause.
Maybe. At least get some information.
Yeah, I think at the very least they'd be willing to give it info.
Is the door locked?
The door isn't locked.
Alright. Y'all agree we go in there?
And you guys are still invisible, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It depends on how long you're having the potion last for, but yes.
It doesn't give me a timer on how long the potion lasts. Or
Well, greater invisibility only lasts for 1 minute. So I don't think that's what we have. Normal invisibility lasts for an hour. But you can, like, decide how long, or if it's just there until it's dispelled, or digested, or...
Okay. I'll give it longer than that since it's a potion. Say 10 minutes. So you guys open the door, and a man goes, "Who's there?"
I nudge Crash.
Okay, good. Now I can see. A ghost. Just some ghosts. He's saying this in a joking tone.
You walk in, you see another body mutilated on the ground. You see same kind of guest, servant wearing a mask, a lady wearing a mask, but behind them, some weird looking troll thing eating a dismembered arm.
So, yeah, we couldn't help but overhear that conversation y'all were having.
Do you know who we are?
Not a clue, no.
Well, I will tell you right now, you will be in big trouble if you do not back away.
Is this man clearly a servant?
Yes.
And the other ladies clearly a noble?
Yeah. Yeah, lesser noble of the house, yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna say to the servant, I heard you slap her. She's a noble, you're just a servant. Who the hell do you think you are?
Why, I keep the law of the Baroness in hand.
The law of the Baroness is for peasants to be slapping nobility? Oh, she will hear of this. She will hear of this.
I do not mind, you guys. Who is she going to believe? A couple of ghosts? He does quotation, or a man that's been serving her for years.
Were you downstairs earlier when she killed the other servant who had presumably been serving her for years because he didn't find a piece of lint at the proper time?
Ha! I know she is mad, but we all are.
Well, it seems as though the woman that you just hit is just about the only one here with a sense of morality. So, if you were to keep your hands off her, I would appreciate it.
He's trying to look around, but he says, "Cowards! Show yourselves. I will call the guard."
Why don't you let your lady speak for herself?
She's on the ground, on her knees, kind of teary-eyed. She goes to speak, but he kind of gives her a scornful look, and she kind of looks back down to the ground.
Can I do a sleight of hand check to pull his mask off?
Sure.
Oh, I failed.
Well, you got advantage since you're invisible. You pull his mask off, and you reveal a grotesque-looking man with his face mutilated pretty badly. He says, "Huh? Fulgens, it's not nice, it's a prank!" He's trying to grab his mask. Do you let go of it, or are you holding on to it?
If I can, I'm just going to throw it over here.
He chases it and hastily tries to put it back on as fast as he can.
I'm gonna try to put my hand on the woman's shoulder. Are you alright?
Yeah, she'll do the same, not realizing that I'm hostile. The same.
You seem to have developed some sort of nasty appetite.
She goes, "You have no idea what it's like to be in this family."
Were you
Just
not
don't
always
escape.
this way?
Oh, well, I remember being 5 before this land was swallowed up into the mists and everything was good, but up until then, everyone's gone mad or crazy, and my aunt, she just is going madder and madder every year.
You said that you worried you weren't beautiful.
Yes. Don't you figure out why we are wearing the masks yet?
Well, I think that the most important part about one's beauty is one's being, one's soul. And I sense that you have a kind one, even though your appetite betrays you.
I am not kind.
You
I
don't
am
wish to
vain.
eat the peasants?
I don't wish to kill them, but there's nothing else to do in this land to escape from this. I have to listen to my aunt.
You don't have to do anything.
Are you her direct heir?
No. She did have daughters, but she lost them all. The direct heir would be my cousin. You probably met her downstairs.
Yes, she seemed to enjoy poisoning random people and watching them throw up to death.
You see him go up to her and say, "That is enough! You are telling these foreigners everything. Stop this at once."
Go,
Buddy, what? Back off.
Go up to the guy and put him in a chokehold. Just sort of shut him up.
Do an athletics check.
Oh. Let's see. I have advantage. My athletics is +6, so that's a 12.
12? Okay. You managed to hold him in a chokehold. He says, "Let go of me!"
What do you say? You want to cause a little trouble with us?
Help! He starts screaming, "Help!
I
Help!"
pull out my dagger and push it against his groin to let him know what'll happen if he doesn't shut up.
You fool. No matter what you do to me, the Baroness will do worse if I let you get away.
Can Crash just rip a sleeve off his suit and just tie it around this guy's face so he can't speak anymore?
You want to gag him?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. You just want to gag him, or are you gonna hog tie him too?
Well, Crash is not gonna tear off any more of his suit, so just gagging him.
I think I have hemp rope.
If someone else wants to tie him up, feel free.
I don't trust my nuts.
Sorry, I don't have any rope.
I can get. Yeah, I'll give you my rope
Alright, I'll start tying him
so
up.
you can tie him up.
If we need to get rid of him, this place seems like a madhouse. He could always commit suicide and jump out the window.
Yeah, throw him out the window, throw him down the stairs, something.
Everyone make a perception check. You hear footsteps coming from the stairs, rushing, kind of
Right.
come.
Now's the time for you to start living again. You want to come with us, or stay here under the thumb of your aunt?
If I leave, she will torture me.
Well, we won't let that happen, won't we?
Definitely not.
Roll a persuasion.
Not very good at this. 15.
All right, I'll go, but I'll go. Fine. But you gotta
Right,
promise
everybody to
protect
the
me.
window. I'm gonna push the window open.
Okay.
On my count, everybody jump.
Don't be rash. At least tie the hempen rope.
Nope, I can get us down safely. Come now. Everybody jump at the same time.
Well,
Are you coming? I look towards the niece.
She kicks the servant in the face, and then she runs up towards you guys and follows you.
Okay, I'll jump out and encourage everybody to come with me and cast Featherfall.
yay.
Yeah.
The window.
Okay, and then are you guys just ditching the mansion, basically?
Don't we
Yeah,
still have to find
wise.
don't we still have to find the person we were hired to that woman's daughter?
I'm sure this
Know nothing of it.
I'm sure this lady can tell us once we get safely away.
Don't want to move my token.
Our invisibility dropped at this point.
You need clothes, young man.
I don't want to run around the city naked.
Well, if it has, Crash will just take off his suit jacket and offer it to Rafe.
Thank you.
I have a pair of common clothes, I think. I do have a pair of common clothes. I give him that.
So you guys managed to escape from the mansion, but you hear loud cries as you're running away from the building. Where are you guys running to in the city? Back to the gutter?
Well, they know we frequent that place, don't they? They found us there one time.
Yeah, and I don't know if this lady's pretty powerful. I don't know if the barkeep can keep her out.
I'll be right back.
Well-
Someone's at my door.
We could always head to the tailor's.
We all just pile into the back of the tailor shop.
If we purchased stuff from her, did you guys actually meet the tailor, or was it just like a?
It was just a shop.
It was just a shop.
Could probably bribe them to hold us.
How much gold
For a
do you
night.
have, though?
I have 10 gold pieces.
Crash has 8 because he fed 2 to a goblin.
I've got 4.
Jack shit. $0. Maybe holy water can be a currency.
So which town are we in?
He said they'd be back.
You guys don't remember where on the map we are?
Which one was it?
Was it Aluk?
This one.
Yeah, Aluk. That Countess is going to be really, really angry with us. Well,
Oh, for sure.
she probably doesn't know it's us, though. I mean, we were invisible, so I think we have at least a head start.
I mean, there's evidence via Crash's suit. As long as he throws that away.
Well, I mean, there's got to be other people who are wearing
I
clothes.
mean, also they knew that we were foreigners, and we were the only foreigners at that party, and we also drank invisibility potions, and we were invisible. I think it's pretty easy to figure that conundrum out.
Yeah, but it could have been. I mean, right now there's a political war going on, so for all she knows, it could have been a fellow noble who did this to try to one up her and take her position.
Good point.
We should, just to be safe, we should expect them to know everything and take the proper precautions.
Yes, and we were supposed to do something in there that kind of like went over my head.
Oh, yeah, we were hired to find the person who killed or find this person's daughter.
Oh. Well, that would have been good to know. Sorry for like kind of jumping out a window there. I didn't know that.
It's all good. I don't know what was coming up those stairs, but whatever it was, we probably didn't want to meet it.
Yes, and there was like that troll thing. I didn't want to figure out what that did either.
But there was that lady right outside the door who was freshly dead. I have a feeling that that might be the person we were looking for. And since it was right outside her door, I figured maybe the lady we rescued can tell us exactly how she died.
We're probably thinking the right person, because if it's not, we have to go back in there.
Yeah, did we get a description of what she was wearing the day they went missing?
Party dress, I think.
Yeah, blue party dress, I believe.
Gosh, this all went over my head.
I would have forgotten until we were in there.
It was all in the moment.
I'm gonna say Crash is probably gonna be quite ticked about that suit getting ruined.
Yeah, I'm mad I
Another
left mine behind too.
Another good reason for the tailor store.
True. I'm gonna hope that Crash is at least wearing a shirt under that jacket, because he's not gonna be happy if he has to run through the streets half naked.
At least you have clothes that fit.
Well, I mean, how tall is Rafe?
How tall is your average 11 or 12-year-old?
So, Crash is probably not that much taller. He's like 5'6", he's not tall.
I mean, I gave him commoner's clothes the size of a 6-foot halfling.
Yeah, I'm just wearing the shirt like a long nightgown for bed, and that's pretty much it.
I mean,
It's time, keep your clothes on.
yes. Again, why did you disrobe?
Well, everybody else was doing it. I thought I needed to in order to be invisible.
Well, then why did you put them back on when you saw that wasn't the case?
Because it would have looked weird, because nobody else did it. That was a nice suit, too.
Yeah, it was.
Have we seen anything the likes of the map since we got here, or are like we don't know the outlying regions around us or anything?
You guys are invisible.
I think we have a map, but I think the Dragonborn was carrying it.
Yeah, this is the map that you guys have.
The most
And you got-
the most interesting thing to Aimhouse is the Institute up here. Wonders if it's a place of learning.
A place of death.
It is an insane asylum.
Oh. Well, it's a place of learning in some ways.
Yeah, what they're teaching there, I don't think we want to learn.
No.
No, I agree.
Honestly, I think
So
whoever had that tailor shop had a good idea because we need new clothes.
So you want to go to the tailor? You said.
Yes.
Okay, you go to the tailor, and what do you purchase?
Could I talk to the shop owner? What do they look like?
The shop owner is a very flamboyant blonde elf. He says, "How can I help you, honey?"
You are a breath of fresh air. I am looking for some sort of room tonight, and we are hoping to avoid the more commonly treaded places of the city. And we are wondering if you had a back room or an attic that could hold us. We'd be willing to pay.
Make a persuasion roll. Honey, this isn't a tavern. This is a clothing store. I fit people for fashion. I don't think you want to be here.
Well then, do you have any recommendations?
The gutter seems like a good place.
I was
Affordable.
afraid you would say that. Well, in any case, I think my friends need some help getting fitted again.
Crash just wants it, Rafe.
Yes, I seem to have. Well, the suit that you made for me, the fine suit, was stolen. Is there any chance you could make me just some simple child's size clothing that would fit?
What are you looking for? Are you looking for something exotic looking, in style, popping colors?
Something comfortable. Something comfortable. Maybe a nice robe would do well.
He snaps his fingers and measuring tape floats around you, takes its measurements, and then scissors float, cuts some cloth, something out of a Disney movie, and then boom, it floats onto you, fits perfectly, you have a robe.
How much do I owe you for this robe, sir?
That'll be 1 gold piece.
I hand
Crash
it
will
over.
hand that to him. Think of it as a thanks for the suit Rafe bought him earlier.
Well, it looks
Well,
like
if-
he said.
If you guys got nothing else, y'all got to skedaddle. I gotta close up shop, and I got a little date going on a little later.
Well, I hope that date goes well for you.
Yes, best of luck to you, sir. He mentioned the gutter. Do we want to check in with our sort of bar owner / kind of employer, or do you think he's someone we should avoid?
Well, all I'm saying is that they found us at the gutter to invite us to the ball, right? So they're probably looking there for
Yes,
us now.
The bar owner got us those tickets. I think she sort of did send us in to investigate.
And she does have the power to protect us, and she's a high-ranking officer in the like a paramilitary force that runs the area.
Alright. Guess that seems like a pretty reasonable place to start.
All right, back to the hellhole it is.
Young woman, what's your name?
My name?
Yes, your name, dearie.
It's been a long time since I used my name, but it's Rebecca.
Well, that is a lovely name. Now, Rebecca, if you want to come with us.
She nervously follows you as she clutches onto her mask as she runs. So you guys are going back to the gutter?
I think so, yes.
Seems like the only.
So you make it back down through the sewers, and back into the gutter. You see Bash behind the counter. She's just cleaning a glass. And you see the same weirdo in the corner drinking the same drink that he always does.
I guess I'll just turn to the bar owner and say, "Oh, I think we were successful, but we may have alerted the Countess to what we were doing."
So we have a new
successful
friend.
in.
Well, we were trying to figure out you remember the bounty for the murdered noble's daughter? Well, we think the Countess is behind it, but this young lady over here probably has much more in-depth information about what is going on, or what was going on in the Countess's mansion. We rescued her, but obviously the Countess is not going to be happy about this.
You
I don't know
rescued her? What do you mean rescued? Was she in danger?
She was being forced to kill peasants. No life,
Right.
but no.
Right now it seems like you guys just kidnapped the noble.
Are you aware of what's going on in the manor?
Am I aware? No. I was hoping your set of eyes could illuminate what's going on.
Well, that's why we brought the first account witness.
The Countess and her sister like to play games. The visiting cousin, sorry, not the sister. She likes to have guests drink poison and watch them die from it horribly. And the actual Countess who runs this area, she likes to have a game where the nobles drink invisibility potions and then run about the city finding the prettiest peasant they can and killing them and bringing them back as a trophy.
Young Rebecca here was inducted into said cultish activities at a young age and wishes to leave them. I'm sure she would be a great witness in a case against the nobles.
Well, therein lies your problem. See, after the king being gone, too many people are claiming power. Baroness and the Karget. Now, when I said I was the head of the Carget, I was just making a joke on you. I'm just the owner of this bar, but I'm also a leader of a gang that works kinda with the Carget. That's why they don't touch this place.
And you don't think that the people would be interested in hearing firsthand of what the nobles do to the people of this land? How something should be done?
You could try to convince the people, but they seem pretty ignorant towards this kind of stuff. And they got much of the militia around here under their pocket.
Then, if getting proof and evidence of what was going on in there wasn't the goal, was?
Well, we need to find out about the main goal was to find out who killed the other noble's daughter, perhaps by finding that information out, asking our new friend over here. She'll join our cause, and maybe having another noble backing us up might give more weight to our argument with the people.
So, why don't we ask Rebecca?
Rebecca, do you know who killed, and then I don't remember off the top of my head the other noble's daughter, I forget her name.
Yes, I do.
Who was it?
I did.
Huh.
Oh boy.
I didn't want to, but the Baroness, she was kicking me and telling me I had to prove myself and how much I loved the family, so once I started stabbing the girl, I couldn't stop and yes, I killed her.
Well, it was a crime done under duress, so I wouldn't be too hard on yourself. I mean, I'm sure you would have had much worse things done to you if you hadn't complied. The real criminal here is the Baroness.
I say we figure out some way to kill her.
But
Only one thing to be done with a rabid animal, and that's put it down.
Yes, but probably the help of, well, this other noble would be beneficial in doing such a thing.
Yes, but I really don't think we should just waltz up and say we have her daughter's murderer.
No, but I mean, in reality, the murderer is the Baroness, right?
Yes, I agree with that.
She was forced to kill the woman or die herself.
Wow.
Do you have any thoughts?
We should leave out the part that Rebecca herself was the one holding the knife.
I agree,
Blame it on the Baroness if we have to.
but we do have a witness in the matter. Isn't that right, Rebecca?
I feel like I should tell her that she deserves the truth.
That's very honorable of you.
It is.
If Rebecca feels safe in telling her, and understands the dangerous repercussions that might be of doing so, it might be a good bargaining chip. The truth is oftentimes the best route, and using this could gain us more favor with the noble, correct?
I don't know. This is a dangerous game.
I think this whole place is dangerous. Crash. Forgive me.
Not quite what I meant, but yes. So.
I mean, there's a zombie guy over there. He's giving me the stink eye.
Yes, zombies are the type of
Yeah,
danger.
back off.
Zombies are the type of danger you can smack with a mace.
Bash
Grieving brother facing
says,
her daughter's murderer is quite a different thing.
Bash looks at you guys and says, well, if you want a powerful ally to help you, I can introduce you to my boss, the real leader of the Karkat.
Think that they would be interested in the information that we have?
Oh yes, very interested.
Now, is the Kargat mostly run by nobility or peasants, or is there a bit of a mix?
From what you know, the Kargat is basically the equivalent of Nazi secret police. They run on the. They are basically nothing can. They can do whatever they want. No one can tell them what to do. They are ahead from this person named Elcio. Elcio, once the king disappeared, Alcio kind of took all the crime families throughout the land and combined them with the Karget. The top tier of the Karget are supernatural creatures like vampires and werewolves and things like that. The Kargetan is the lesser version of them, which are usually humanoids that are promised supernatural powers. So you could meet Elcio.
I think we should do both. I think we should. We need money, so we should probably go and collect the bounty and explain what happened. But we should also meet Elcio. We need someone powerful backing us. I mean, what if we piss somebody else off?
Agreed.
Alrighty, well, until then, I guess I can give y'all a place to hide.
Excellent. That would be most appreciated.
It would be.
Just remember, though, once you join us, alright, there ain't no getting out.
Turn us into zombies.
Well, I mean, could do that just by shanking me right here and now.
She says, follow me.
Alright. Gentlemen? Mind the gore?
Oh, did she go north or east?
She's right here.
She's right there. So as you step here, you see what looks like a normal stone wall. She leans in close and whispers something, and the wall disappears. It is an illusion. She says, y'all be safe in here.
It's really dark. Do you have a light or something?
I see anything with my dark vision?
Crash just summons a flame on the palm of his hand so Aimhast can see.
Oh, wow! Jeez, turn down the light a little. Smokes. Thank you.
Of course.
She says, y'all
Rebe-
will be safe
Yeah.
in this room.
Did Rebecca come with us?
She says, I can put Rebecca in her own room.
Sounds good.
I mean, if you guys... Alright. I was gonna say she could have my bed. I'll sleep on the table.
I think
She
she's
al-
used to a higher standard of living. She had a huge room to herself.
She hands you all a piece of copper wire. She says, if y'all need to get in touch with me, just chew on this as you talk and I'll be able to hear you.
Neat trick.
And I'll let the boss know that you're back here.
Alright.
Right. Probably should have asked this earlier, but everyone alright? Anybody hurt?
Got a little hurt in the battle with the slime thing.
Please, roll 20.
Oh. Hello.
You see what looks maybe like an elf, possibly, and a nice flashy kind of purple suit covered in blood as she holds a bloody katana in her hand. She kind of throws the katana on the table. She takes a seat, looks at all of you, and she says, I'm Elcio. Y'all got my ear? Tell me.
First
What
of
do
all,
you
I
mean?
love your suit. Second of all, I guess we'll tell you everything. Don't see any reason for holding our tongue. What do you all think?
Nope. No sense in not spilling the beans about the giant party of serial killers. Who wants to go
It's-
first?
I mean, can we just say what we saw?
No, I want the details. So you guys tell her what's going on, and she seems pretty impressed. And she says, so you're looking for protection, aren't you, at this point?
Well, I mean, I'd rather not get my face carved off.
Yes, and do you know anything about, getting back to where we're from? Is that an option here? Ever been done?
Getting out of here. Well,
Oh, you got bigger.
I tell you, the only person that was able to get out of here was the king, Aslan. Some say he didn't get out of here, though. Seems like he either died, or he evaporated, or he did. Either way, he ain't here, but in Ravenloft, there is no way out.
Something. But in any case, yes, we need protection. We're willing to work for it, I think, aren't we?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think having a powerful employer would definitely be to our benefit.
So y'all
So
wanna
y'all-
be new members of the Kargat?
Don't see
Ma'am.
anything wrong with that. You seem to be some of the more sensible members of this town. Not planning on making someone throw up until they die or eating people currently. Just for fun, maybe necessity is different, but as long as that's not on the table, I'm cool.
Alright. Y'all wanna join? That's fine. She picks up her katana. She takes a deep slice at her wrist. And she goes to Crash first. And she says, drink.
Excuse me.
Drink. She holds up her cut wrist.
Crash just backs away.
Seeing the blood, my hunger gets the best of me, and I jump in front and start sucking on her bloody arm.
Looks like it's a fight.
Jesus.
So as you are sucking on her blood, make a Constitution saving throw.
Please. Oh yeah. But that's a modified 20.
Now do an athletics roll. So she smacks you off with quite great force as you are smashed into the wall. And you take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Ah, shit. You okay, kid?
I'm fine. I thought she wanted me to drink her blood.
Does anybody else drink from her?
I did.
You did? Okay, make
I
a
did.
Constitution saving throw.
I already did. It was a modified 20.
Oh, I see. Okay. Does anybody else drink?
Crash is probably not going to.
Yeah, I'm kind of not into that. I don't understand why they were so quick to do so. Will you tell us why we drink?
This is part of the initiation to get into the Kargat.
I appreciate the offer, but I think I will have to decline.
No thanks. Blood drinking's kind of, a part of that whole non-vibe thing that I was talking about before.
Well, I guess I didn't want to play the mean hand then. She snaps her fingers, and Rebecca comes into the room like she's in a trance. She says, "If you don't join, Rebecca's gonna pay for it. Now I'm giving you one last chance to drink."
Fine.
Tell me what it's like.
It's like pennies.
Do a Constitution saving throw. Okay. And do you drink, James?
I'm waiting to see what happens to Crash. Are you alright?
Mildly ill. Just purely because he does not like the taste of blood at all.
Could I, like, dilute it with water a little bit, or does it have to be right from the source?
There is no water here, just
Oh, what?
hold your nose and drink it.
God damn it. Just, cut my hand underneath the dripping wound and then take a sip. Sorry, I'm not suckling from your arm.
Okay, and do a Constitution saving throw.
Actually, I'm going to... Does this... Give me 1 second.
Ooh.
Oh, it's only checks. Okay. Alright, I'll do a con save. 13. What have I gotten myself into?
If you didn't have dark vision before, you now have dark vision.
Well, that's cool.
I don't like that.
Can Crash just kind of move Rebecca away from the scary lady with the sword?
You're gonna attempt to move her?
Like, yeah, just take her arm and move her somewhere else out of slicing and dicing reach.
Well, Crash is doing that. I'm gonna try to help give a little distraction. Can I have some more, please?
She goes, "No."
Do I have to roll any checks? Just kind of move Rebecca to a different part of the room?
You could try sleight of hand. You attempt to move her, and she quickly, kind of like how the Flash disappears with blinding speed and just reappears. She comes in front of you, and she goes, as she shows her fangs and says, "Did I give you permission to move her?"
Crash just sort of instinctively shows his fangs and hisses right back at her because she just hissed at a cat.
Okay,
And then
do
says,
an
I wasn't
intimidation.
sure I needed your permission.
You said you don't need my permission. Did I hear that correctly?
No, I said I wasn't aware I needed your permission. We drank. Leave the girl alone.
Hmm. Oh, and you're telling me what to do also.
Let's just say I'm not all too fond of taking orders from people I barely know.
Well, let me teach you the first lesson. She spins around and decapitates Rebecca.
I'm in that splash zone.
The blood flies everywhere. She captures her head and says, "This is all I need for the information." She starts walking away.
Okay, Crash is probably not.
Can we have the head when you're done so we can get the bounty?
She glares at you. Do a persuasion roll. She drops it. Keeps walking.
I grab the head. Well, at least we have our murderer.
Good enough.
Is there a button or something to close the secret door here?
It's an illusion, so I don't know.
She whispered something. Can I whisper what she said or no?
If you were perceptive, probably.
Shazam! You close the door. Her blood leaking everywhere into the room.
Should I just put this in one of the empty chests so we don't have to look at it?
I have a chest myself, so
Are we going to talk about
you can put it in that chest.
like anything? And why two were so excited to drink blood, for instance?
Do it.
Is there like a bucket or a basin or anything in the room?
Yeah, there's a piss bucket.
Alright, Crash is gonna go over that, like, stick his finger down his throat and violently throw up into it.
It feels like you guys have heartburn if you didn't vomit like Crash just now.
I mean, I'm not too excited to have this blood in me. That's also a very good idea.
You vomit it out.
As much as I possibly can.
So you have a choice. Stay in the city, do jobs for the Carget, leave the city. You can also go and collect the bounty too. What is your next move as you guys lay in your beds?
Say myself as soon as possible, because that head ain't gonna last for however long.
Yeah, collect the bounty is what I'd like to do next.
Well, as much as these blood drinking people seem to be awful, they seem to be our safest bet at the moment.
Crash just seems very quiet.
As night
everybody-
falls, you see the
Go ahead.
head reanimate and snap at you, but it can't move. It's just a reanimated undead skull.
Do you want to pull the
Ah.
mask off to see what she looked like underneath?
You see a mutilated face.
Everybody,
girl.
I have to head out. It's 10 o'clock. It was nice meeting new people. It was a fun game. Thanks.
Okay, bye.
And that's where we
Nice.
will end till next week. And I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Fucking
Wasn't a
vampires
bad
and shit.
campaign.